Let's be honest, football, or soccer, is the most profitable sport in the world. Football players are the most desirable, and the sport is generally the most watched of the bunch, so it's no secret that many players try to stay relevant for as long as possible, as this is a major source of income. However, aging is one of the biggest parts of life, and they can't forever stay young and agile, and therefore it is inevitable that they'll have to retire eventually. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the biggest football legends who recently ended careers. Abby Wambach. Legendary USWNT striker Abby Wambach, born on 2nd June 1980, ended her club career in 2014 with the sole focus of playing in and winning the 2015 Women's World Cup. It was the only major honor that eluded her after winning 2 Olympic gold medals and setting a world record for international goals. Wambach played at least some part of all 7 games the United States played en route to glory, including 3 starts earlier in the competition. After the 5-2 annihilation of Japan in the final, she jointly lifted the World Cup trophy with Christy Rampone, who was also retiring. Philipp Lahm. Bayern Munich and Germany legend Philipp Lahm ended his career on his terms at the age of just 33, confirming his intended retirement during the 2016-17 season, and just 3 days after his milestone 500th appearance for Bayern. Lahm finished as champion as Bayern secured a 5th consecutive Bundesliga title by an enormous winning margin of 25 points. 3 years earlier, Lahm had already retired from international football on the ultimate high, doing so just 5 days after lifting the World Cup. Patrick Vieira. The last ever game Patrick Vieira played in as a professional footballer was the 2011 FA Cup final, in which Manchester City won a first major trophy in 35 years and kick-started an era that has since seen the club capture 4 Premier League titles and 5 more domestic cups. A veteran, Vieira was not a regular in the Premier League that season, but did play in every round of the FA Cup, starting 6 of City's 8 games. He was only a late substitute in the FA Cup final, but it was his 4th triumph in the competition and 19th career trophy. Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso, one of the greatest names in the business in the past decade, also decided to retire. Many of his fans were saddened. However, he did say in the past that he was planning to retire for quite some time. But it came all of a sudden to everybody, as we really love to watch him play. 2-time Champions League winner Xabi Alonso announced his 2017 retirement en route to winning the 17th trophy of his illustrious club and international career. The Spanish midfielder, who had helped Real Madrid to the elusive Decima in 2014, won a 3rd straight Bundesliga title with Bayern Munich in his final season as a professional. Eric Cantona. Eric Cantona is also one of the most beloved football players out there, and he is also one of the best. Even though he has been in retirement for a long time now, Eric Cantona is still adored at Manchester United to this day, and is credited as the catalyst that made the club's success in the 1990s and beyond possible, both for the talismanic match-winning quality he brought and the crucial mentoring role he also performed. The Frenchman's sudden retirement in 1997 came as a huge shock. He was just 30 years of age and had been instrumental as United had secured a 4th Premier League title in 5 seasons, only a few days earlier. But Cantona chose to go out at the top, a sad but classy move nonetheless. Ronaldinho. 10 or so years ago, everybody wanted to be Ronaldinho. Everybody knew who he was, and everybody absolutely adored him. He is regarded as one of the best players in the history of football, alongside Diego Maradona, Ronaldo, Messi, and Ibrahimovic. A true legend, Ronaldinho was an active football player up until 2018. Honestly, he'd fallen out of grace during the past 8 years or so, and he probably knew that. Younger players started outplaying him, like Messi or Ronaldo, and he became obsolete, which in itself was nothing to be afraid of, but it still took us by surprise that he retired. But he was 38 at the time, 41 now, and who could blame him? Ronaldinho was my favorite player of the 2000s, and I am to this day saddened that he definitely retired for good. Bruno Soriano. Perhaps one of the lesser well-known names on this list, Soriano is one of the few players who football's postponement actually benefited. The Villarreal captain, who has spent his entire career with the club, had not played prior to the break since May 2017 due to a serious knee injury, missing almost 3 full seasons of action. 3 years, 1 month, and a day after his previous appearance, he made his return in the 2-2 draw with Sevilla in June, managing to get booked in a 2-minute cameo, like any defensive midfielder worth his salt should, and played the final 6 times before bidding his farewell at the age of 36. "It's a human thing," said manager Javier Calleja after that comeback appearance. "When you live with someone, see how they suffer and have such a bad time, and then you watch them come through and get the reward they deserve. It makes you feel good. It's hope for us all." As of 2020, Bruno is officially retired. Goran Pandev. It speaks volumes of Pandev's longevity that Inter reportedly explored the possibility of re-signing the 37-year-old in January, 8 years after he had left the San Siro for the second time, only for Genoa to block a potential move amid their battle against relegation. Genoa finished 1 place above the drop zone, with Pandev contributing a healthy 9 goals from 16 starts and 16 sub-appearances. He clearly still has Inter in his blood, scoring a crucial goal in a 2-1 victory over AC Milan. And the Nerazzurri even considered offering their former treble hero as a role as a director had he joined, although it remains to be seen whether that remains the case. North Macedonia's greatest ever player, after Gianni Alioski, has confirmed that he will indeed retire after Euro 2020, which is really sad, but at least we'll see him play one last time. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Okay, Zlatan hasn't retired completely yet, but this will be an exclusion to the rules. You see, he is 36, and knowing his laid-back I don't even care lifestyle, it is absolutely possible that he'll retire sometime soon. Even though he is one of the most recognizable figures in world football, and even though he is rated as one of the best forwards in the world, he retired from international football after Euro 2016, which only helps the theory that he'll soon retire. A ferocious striker of the ball, Ibrahimovic has enjoyed a long and successful career in football, winning the Swedish Football of the Year 11 times. A journeyman throughout his career, the Swedish superstar has turned out for a number of top clubs across Europe and won trophies almost everywhere he has been. He is widely regarded as one of the best strikers of his generation and has been a frequent goalscorer for club and country. He is known for his clinical finishing, heading ability, strength, and versatility on the pitch. In his prime, Ibrahimovic was characterized by his pace, agility, and skill on the ball. I absolutely adore Zlatan's way of thinking and his arrogant approach to football and life. I mean, he did